Hey YouTube, this is Andrew here with another Walking Dead set review. This is Dale's RV by Mcfarlane Toys. Okay, so this set just recently became available in my area. I was a little bit surprised to see it out already. I wasn't expecting this particular set until September, so I was really excited to get my hands on this set. I wanted to make a video quickly and show you everything that's included in the set, what the set looks like. On the back you can see some of the sets that hopefully will be coming out soon and a few that are already out. The Prison Tower and Gate is already out. The Woodbury Assault Vehicle hasn't come out yet, so those are some of the things that you can get in addition to this set. Back on the front you can see what a great job they did with the box art here. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. Almost always open these up upside down every time. Anyway, what you'd expect inside is lots of little bags, little pieces. Some bags have big parts, some bags have little parts. Pretty standard stuff. Here is your instruction book for putting the set together. It's pretty thick. You can expect it's going to entail a lot of different things. Alright, this portion of the video is just to show you what to expect from the building of the set. If you want to skip ahead to the review, I think it starts at about 9.5 minutes. Okay, putting together Dale's RV. Speaking of Dale and his RV, if you're not familiar with the character Dale, I'll give you a little bit of background on him. He's in the comic book and he's on the show. So I'm not sure how he behaves in the comic book, but from what I've seen on the show, he is like the character who is kind of like the moral compass of the group. Like, anytime the group is faced with like this difficult decision, he wants everyone to really think about what they're doing, whether it's right or wrong. He's kind of like the voice of reason. He is a pretty rememberable character. The actor who plays Dale, I'm not sure what his name is, but he has like these really crazy eyebrows. Like, I don't remember much about what he said and stuff on the show, but I remember him having like these crazy eyebrows. And he's in, I believe, the first and second season of The Walking Dead. The RV that Dale drives is a 1973 27C Winnebago Chieftain. And he bought the RV so that him and his wife, I think her name is Irma, could travel around the country or whatever. But she got cancer and died, and I think he was kind of doing that when the outbreak started. I don't really remember that much about it. Back to the building of the RV, you can see we're making some progress. A thing to kind of be thinking about as you're building it, the instructions say to add the accent pieces. And what I mean by the accent pieces is like all the little pieces that are like the headlights, the grill, the gas tank lid, the vents, stuff like that. At the end of the build, you might not want to do that. You might want to, as you're building it and putting those catches for those accent pieces, you might want to go ahead and put those on. Just find the appropriate one, put it where it needs to go in the early stages of this, because it requires like a lot of pressure to put some of the pieces on, and you're going to want to do that early or as they become available, just so that you don't break it, and have to start all over, or you put the catches in the wrong place, and you kind of notice that as you're going. One thing for sure, I had trouble with the front bumper. I really had to put a lot of pressure on that, and I knocked some pieces off as I was trying to do that. So that's something you want to kind of just think about as you're going. Find the appropriate piece, put it where it goes as you're building it. You notice as we're building up the sides of the RV, there's like some of the pieces have like a marble to them or a wash, and that really makes it look weathered, traveled, dirty. It really adds to the overall look of the RV, as it's a vehicle that's been used a lot. It's old, really cool. Putting the windows in, you can notice that the windows aren't like completely clear. They're a little bit translucent. I'm not sure what the purpose of that was. Just maybe to give it a kind of a dingy look, I guess. Many of the pieces that are used to build the RV, you can see, are the 1x2 pieces. It would have been kind of better maybe if some of the pieces would have been longer, like a 1x4 or a 1x6, 1x8, 1x10, any of those. Those would have overall helped out the structural integrity of the RV. As you're building this with the two, they kind of have a lot of flex to them, and especially the ones without the studs. I'm not sure why they put those in, just to make it easier, I guess, to connect them. They probably did this as a, maybe a cost saving method. Probably couldn't put a lot of those pieces in. It would have been nice. It's not a big deal. It's just one of them things where when you're putting it together, you kind of want it to all snap and connect really tightly. That way, when you add more pieces to it, you're not like smashing it down or just pushing it out of alignment. That kind of makes some of the later stages of the build a little more difficult. Another thing about the instructions were inside the instruction manual. There was a sheet. I think it came after 66. There was a little sheet of paper in there. It wasn't part of the instruction manual itself. It was just in there like loose leaf, and it was like telling you to add an extra piece on top of this little axle that I'm making here, so that the wheels would roll. I'm not sure why that wasn't included in the instructions. It seems kind of like, I don't know why you wouldn't want the wheels to roll. Maybe if you were putting it on a display and you didn't want it to like roll around or whatever. I would also recommend that you put the actual wheels on. That needs to be like the last step that you do. I understand why they kind of want you to put the axle on there, just because while you're adding the top of it, you can't really flip it back over and put a lot of pressure down, because you got these things here. But you can see how much flex there is there. You just want to like put the axle on and then add the tire and the wheel last. Alright, so this is the part I was telling you about the accent pieces, the little things that go on, just to give it the complete look that it's an actual RV. You can see how much flex there is to it when you're putting these on. Having a little bit of trouble here and there with that. The last few of the accent pieces going in place, you can see that it all fits together. There is a little bit of issues with fitting, but you can see once you've got it all together, it kind of helps support everything, all the other pieces. Here are all the pieces that are left over after the build. Okay, it's finished, and here is what it looks like after you have done all of the work. You can see they did a really good job capturing the look of the RV from the show. It looks almost identical to the RV that they've used. It's weathered, it's worn, they use all the same decals, all the same accessories. And you have a couple of display options. Here is the awning feature that you can simply snap off the retracted looking piece and put on the awning piece. Went ahead and put on the Dale character and added the 2 chairs that come with the set and the 2 zombies that come with the set. Here's a closer look at the roof of the RV. You can tell that they haven't skipped on any of the details. You got your AC units, you got your water tanks, your skylights, and your antenna. Front view of the RV. Here is the RV with the awning and without the awning. Also have Dale and Irma Horvath on these pieces. Back of the RV has a ladder, a storage compartment, all of the decals for the RV. Here's the Georgia license plate. I put this in here just to show you the difference between Lego and Mcfarlane, kind of like the sizes of it, just to give you an idea of what Dale's RV looks like and Lego RV. You can see one is, you know, a lot more toy-like and new looking, and then the Mcfarlane is a little bit bigger and, you know, more like a model. Okay, let's take a look at the Dale minifigure here. You can see he's got everything about Dale that you would expect: his hat, his beard. There's a little rifle here he's got, and his binoculars. They really just put all the details that they could for Dale, and he looks phenomenal. Here are some of the zombie figures, or walkers as they're called. This one you can see, you know, they do a really good job with the painting and the washes. It really makes them look realistic. They really kind of pop out and they really look good. Here's the other figure. It's a female character this time, and they've done like a really good job with her hair. You know, her clothing looks, you know, it looks dirty, it looks dingy. It just looks really good. Here are some alternative legs for Dale. You got new legs, Lieutenant Dale. Anyway, you can put this on here and Dale becomes a seated character instead of a standing character. And this is to put him in like this chair that come with the set. The chair also comes with like this umbrella that looks really good. They did a really good job with the details of the umbrella. It just snaps onto the top of the chair, and then you got like a little bit of protection from the sun when you're out watching for zombies. The other chair is a little blue chair, and it looks like the kind that you fold up there. Okay, well, now it's time to talk about some of the issues that I had with the set. This issue here was I broke the little piece off the top of the door or bottom of the door, and it wouldn't fit anymore. So they included an extra door, and there it is there. Also, the door itself doesn't close well. Like if you'll watch it doesn't shut like all the way. Like it wants to be kicked out. So that's a little bit of an issue. Also, some other issues I had with it was the headlight pieces. I mean, just the littlest movement and it falls off. I mean, it could probably be sanded down a little bit to fit better, but that's one of the issues I had with it. It just doesn't want to stay on there. The mirrors is another thing. They fall off really, really easy. Just the slightest touch and they're off. Alright, I mentioned this before. This is the flex that is on the sides of the RV. It's not as bad once it's been completely assembled, but it's still, you can still kind of like, you can see that if you put a little bit of pressure on certain points of the sides, it kind of wants to push in, and you really don't want that. You want it to kind of all be tight and fit together really, really good. That way uh, it doesn't look weird like it's pushed in or whatever. Another complaint I had was besides the dash and the steering wheel and the seats, there's really nothing inside the RV. There's no table, there's no kitchen, there's no cabinets or anything. It's just pretty much just bare. So those are a few of the issues that I had with it. You may not have the same issues that I've had. These sets are kind of, they're all a little bit different, each one that you get. So what I experienced may not be what you experienced with the set. Also, I was trying to work around the camera and I was trying to build it really quickly. So you may not have the same sort of issues that I had. Okay, that's pretty much everything I can think of to include in the video. The company here has really captured the look of the RV from the show. The Dale character turned out good. The zombie characters turned out good. It overall has all the look and feel of The Walking Dead. So the only issues I had with it were the quality issues, the lack of interior space. Those are kind of little things. The build of the set was challenging without being too repetitive. I mean, overall, it's my favorite set so far to put together. There's a lot of cool ways that you can display this set. I mean, it's definitely a recommend from me. I want to thank everyone again for the 1,000 subscribers. That really does mean a lot to me. I want to thank everybody that's been supportive, giving me feedback. I'm going to be incorporating that into more of my videos. You'll be seeing some more reviews, some more animations, just a lot of stuff coming up soon. If you're a subscriber right now, stick around. There's gonna be plenty more to come. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to me. And that's all I got for you. Until next time, this is Andrew.